Are live.
For real?
Yes, sir.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another GameSpot Tournament TV broadcast. I'm Rich Gallup. Hello, Ryan McDonald.
How's it going, Rich Gallup?
It's going well. How
Excellent.
are you?
I'm doing great, man.
Why don't you tell us what we're here to see?
We're here to see some Day of Defeat Source. This is a tournament. There's been all week long. We've been going through preliminaries and crazy stuff to get down to these two teams. It's the Alpha and the Echo.
Correct.
And these two teams are going to go at it, and at the end of about 45 minutes from now, we're going to know who's going to be going home with a bunch of money and who's going to be going home with some money.
Every person on the winning team, I believe, is taking home a $200 gift certificate to Newegg.
That's right.
That's a lot of money.
That's
and
a lot of
since
money.
one team has 8 people, one team has 7, that is a lot of gift certificate.
There's going to be some action, and for you folks watching at home, if you didn't get a chance to sign up for the Day of Defeat tournament, don't worry, you're not going to miss out. We actually have a few nice things to give out. This Day of Defeat poster right over my shoulder. We're going to be giving about 10 of those out, and
nice.
then also, I think in about a week and a half, there's going to be this crazy thing called Game coming up. I got a bunch of free passes for it that I'm going to be tossing out to you guys as well. But enough about what we're doing right now. The action has started, has it
already?
not? I believe so. There was a 3-minute warm-up period from 6 to 03, and I think they're actually into the action, but I don't see any points up there just yet.
I don't. And actually, let me introduce real quickly Stanley Lynn. Hello, Stanley.
Hey, what's up?
You are our resident Day of Defeat Source guru, so you will be helping
yeah.
us throughout the broadcast. We appreciate it.
Yep.
Now let's just jump right into the gameplay, shall we? And you can tell us, if you would, set the stage. What's the map? What are the rules? What's going on?
So this is Day of Defeat Avalanche. It's one of the maps from the original Day of Defeat, and it's been upgraded for the Source engine. It's basically the whole map is uphill or downhill, depending on which side you're on. The Axis side starts at the top of the hill, and the Allied side starts at the bottom of the hill. So you'd think that the Axis has the greater advantage on this level, and in some sense they do. And we have both teams play both sides, get a chance to play both sides anyways.
Gotcha.
But there's so many hiding spaces in this level. There's so many ways to move up the hill. There's so many buildings on the side that really it is a pretty balanced level. The Axis side is more developed in that the Allies can actually get behind enemy lines and take them out from behind, whereas the lower down the hill Allied side is pretty much safe from any Germans thinking they can make their way through.
Cool.
So it is a pretty even match.
And the way the game works, we have these symbols in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. Please explain to the new people to the game, such as myself.
So you see five different flags up there. They represent the 5 flags placed throughout the map. The middle one is white right now because that's neutral and no one has captured that flag yet. So the first, the third, and the last flag require 2 players each to capture. And the second and fourth flag require 1 person. So all you have to do is get in the vicinity of that flag with no other enemies around, hold it for about 2 to 3 seconds, and it's yours, depending on whether it's a 1-person or a 2-person flag. So yeah, the middle flag is pretty crucial. That's what most people are fighting for throughout the entire game. And then the last 2 flags are, well, the second and fourth flags are solo flags, so those switch hands pretty often. And then the end flags are placed at the near the spawn points of both sides. So, and because those are 2-man flags, those are pretty difficult to capture because you have waves and waves of respawns coming at you.
And the way your team wins a point is by collecting all 5 flags.
When you collect all 5 flags, a team wins that round, and then the game continues. They all respawn, flags are reset, and then they keep playing.
And we have a time limit set at 20 minutes. And we're just going to let them play as many rounds as they can for those 20 minutes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Awesome. What kind of score are you expecting out of this, would you say?
I don't know. They're both pretty complete teams. I believe they both have 8 players, right?
If we're looking at the stats over here, yeah, 8 on 8.
Yeah, they both have 8
so
players.
the 8 guys showed up.
Yeah, we had some blowouts earlier in the round where people were, taking 8 rounds and then 10 rounds in both matches. And then we had some close games where, like one of the 20-minute matches, neither one captured a single round, so it was 0-0 the entire time. And then we had to go off the tiebreaker, which is the team capture points.
Now, the last time we did this, when we played the Unreal Tournament, obviously it was more of the one-on-one nature toward the end of it. And it was clear to see that there were some people that were obviously stronger than others. This time around, though, it's a little different. The teams, as you guys were telling us, in the prelims and going through the qualifiers, it appeared that one team definitely was a strong team, but there's some question about the competition they were facing. So we have one team that we know is pretty good in terms of doing really well, in terms of taking out lots of kills. They had a pretty good kill count in terms of kill-to-death ratio, right?
Yeah. It is, like I said, though, it's kind of tough to say during the qualifiers because there were some blowouts. There were some no-shows also, and that definitely helped determine the course of the game.
Now, so the question of who's going to take this match actually is actually one that's up in the air, right? These two teams.
Yeah,
are really
because
well,
I mean we don't know how. I mean, what's the score right now? It's still
0-0.
0-0. Well then,
there's a +2 for the U.S. and a +4 for the
okay.
Vermont.
I'll say now this looks like it'll be a pretty even game.
Right on.
In blowouts, I would say one team would have captured the game by now at least once.
Now, another thing that actually I guess this has similar to the UT tournament is that when people die, they get to come back.
Yes.
Correct.
It's like 5-second spawn time,
like
right?
5 to 7 seconds, something like that.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it gets you right back in the action, but you start at your side of the base, so you have to
Run all
run
the way
back
back.
into position.
Now, for folks that didn't get a chance to watch our last UT tournament that we webcasted live, that's actually on demand. You can check that out, as well as the Counter-Strike. That's still available, right, Stanley?
I believe the FragFest stream went up today or yesterday, so you can rewatch that. And I believe the Counter-Strike one, if it's not up right now, will be going up.
Excellent. And then, of course, after this live webcast, if you're watching, you'll be able to catch the action again if you'd like, on demand just shortly after.
Now, my question for you, Stanley, is then, if you could, and I know you can't entirely because it's a tricky little formula, could you please explain like the points? Like right now, the Wehrmacht has 9, and the U.S. Army has 4.
Yeah, that's based on. That's the server calculates that every 30 seconds. It updates that score, and it's based on what flags you're in control of at the time. So if you're controlling, I believe, the middle flag and maybe one of the flags that belongs to the other team, then your team's gonna tally up maybe 2 or 3 points when that server records the data. So it's pretty much a total of how long and how many flags you've captured throughout the entire 20-minute session.
Now, you're the resident Day of Defeat expert. What are you seeing on the screen right now? Any surprises?
Not so far, not so much. I mean, the map is very deep. The thing about Day of Defeat, as opposed to something like Counter-Strike or Unreal, it is a team game, and it's very much dependent on how well you know the map. These World War II style maps are very much like in ruins, and there's places to go everywhere and hide and camp and snipe and sneak around corners. The better you know the map, the better you're going to do. And if your team knows the map well together, you guys can coordinate who takes what spots, who holds what positions, and who takes what path to the other side.
So what are the good spots on this map then? I'm definitely seeing some elevated positions here.
Yeah, there's this one guy up here. I believe he's up inside. He's camping from the side of the Axis spawn.
Not no more.
Spawn. Yeah, that's the other thing about Day of Defeat. There is no completely safe position. You might be in a little area, like a little window that you can see out throughout the entire courtyard, but someone can come up behind you and kill you, or a great sniper knows you're there. He can toss a grenade up there. He can snipe you out. There is really no perfect position here.
Now, another thing that separates Day of Defeat from other games of this nature is that there are different classes here, correct?
Yeah.
What kind of soldiers are we seeing? In
what
action?
we're looking right now is the machine gunner. He's the guy that's going to stay in position when he's required to, probably be protecting flags, be protecting choke points. He deals lots and lots of damage very accurately. You see how he has it set up in a little stand there?
Yep.
You guys should catch this view. This guy's going crazy with the nades over here. It's awesome. This is like Battle Alley right here.
And the Wehrmacht actually has 4 flags right now.
Oh, whoa.
Where
so
is
they're
that fifth
pushing
one?
hard for down this alley is the last Allied flag. And this is where the elevated position does come into play, because a lot of people fill that alley up with grenades at this point in the game. And with that elevated position, you can toss grenades down there pretty easily. So this is where that elevated position starts to be a real advantage. But then again, allies are coming out of that corner, 3, 4, 5 at a time.
And they got a flag back, and once again, it's now
there it
3-0.
is. Yeah, and that flag they actually took back, they don't have to run through that alley to bring it back. They can sneak around a side tunnel that the Axis can't get to.
And Johnny Wad just took another flag, and now he took the up, but they're taking it right back.
This is a good game.
And they took 2 just like that quick.
Yeah, those 2 are the ones that go back and forth.
Okay.
I'm hanging out with my camera in the battle alley because there's just mayhem.
I'm blowing
over
up
here.
this map so we can see where we
Okay.
can see where everything is. So this map in the lower right hand corner right here, that is the
Yeah.
grenade alley, you say?
Yeah, that the southern area is. You can see where all the allies are coming out of,
Mm-hmm.
and the Axis are starting at the very top, winding their way down the hill.
Gotcha.
Now, is there any reason you guys picked this map in particular? Is it a little close quarter battle action? Do you guys think it would be more action here?
Well, this map, well, some of the maps, well, because this one has the particular flags that require 2 captures. Some maps have only 2 flags that require 2-man captures. Some flags require no 2-man captures. They're all solo captures. This one has 3 of them, so it makes for a very difficult match to actually capture a whole flag, a whole win point to take all flags. It makes for a lot of interesting battles. If we did play a map where we had all 5 flags be soloable, then you'd see the win points go crazy. And we actually did have it as
Nice D.
a map like that before, and we decided to change it because we felt it wouldn't be balanced for the way the tournament was set up.
Cliche is just sitting up here in this little crack up here in this little
It's
room,
a good crack.
taking people out. There
He was
you go,
actually
you got
looking
one.
into the equivalent sniper window on the other side.
He's
for a
doing
minute there.
good. He's doing real good. He got a kill on Remington Steel.
I'm checking it out. Let's see our kill total right now.
Okay.
All right, check this. Wehrmacht, 132 kills so far. The U.S. Army, 103.
Wow.
That is really close, actually.
That's close. It also seems
That's
like a
very
lot.
close. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's like we haven't been going that long. have we?
The other thing, though, is I would say kills aren't necessarily the most important stat in the game because you're going to see snipers and machine gunners be the one racking up the most kills. Mm-hmm. And then the guys with the assault rifles, the support guns, they're going to be racking up lots and lots of deaths because they're the ones running in there, risking their lives to grab the flag.
What do you
And-
think about this Wehrmacht score? They got plus 29, and the U.S. has got plus 4.
Well, that just means as you see, they were stuck in that alley for so long that the Allies, the Wehrmacht was holding the middle flag. They're holding the middle flag for this entire time.
Right.
So they're racking up the points by holding up all
Because
the
that's
middle
the big
flag.
one. That's the one you want.
And so right now,
Yeah.
technically, they're in the lead with the 30, but basically they can lose that. Just
If the Allies are able to push, make a good push and capture
all
all
5?
all the flags, they get 1 point, and that, that's what determined the game.
That other score is serious. It's just a tiebreaker.
Right,
And
right.
after that, it's kills. So, I mean, these numbers we can throw around mean nothing to the number 1 you get from capturing all 5 flags.
Now, one of these teams you guys were saying was number 2 in the Cal series. Is that correct?
There were some people talking about that. People from the Cal League had signed up here. I don't recall which one is which.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Remington
So
Steel.
yeah, this guy was up at
Revington Steel.
Revington. Oh,
Which,
okay.
so
Yeah.
you take the name you know and then you twist it, and then you have a good handle.
Is that how you got the handle of GS_life over there?
I did. For you who don't know, where we're spectating here, Ryan is GS Death, which he is known as, I guess, on the Counter-Strike circuit.
Yes, sir.
So I decided to go with GS Life. that is my style. I'm not a killer.
That's a good one.
Yes.
It was funny because they thought we misspelled it for a while. Did you mean GS Live?
No, I definitely meant life.
Yeah. So these guys are still holding it tight, man. It's like
it's a good match. These are the kinds that are fun to play in. Every move is important. Every little push is important.
It really seems like the U.S. Army. We're pretty much total stalemate right here. The
Yeah.
U.S. Army is doing a great job of defending their 2 flags on the bottom of the hill and just aren't making much headway uphill.
I can't say that I am a day of defeat expert, Stanley. So I'm going to run this by you.
Ooh.
I know in Counter-Strike Source, when it's like this, when there's a DE map or there's anything like this, and there's the terrorist team holding it. Basically, it just seems like the team that actually takes the risk and goes for it and takes all their members and tries to make the charge usually is the one that actually kind of pushes the will of one side or the other and takes the map. Is that the case in Day of Defeat?
That is the case. It's a little more complicated because you don't want to run your 5 guys into a well-planted machine gunner because he can
Right.
take them all out. You're going to need some people charging up straight up the front. You're going to need some people going up from behind. You're going to need them going from all directions and working together. Wait.
Look what just happened
goes
there.
The last flag.
The Wehrmacht finally got that last flag, yet the Allies now have 2 others.
They have the 2 solo flags.
And they just got it.
Oh, they took
3
back
flags change hands
They
at the
took
same
back.
time.
Yeah, that was close.
that was close.
And it's back down in the battle alley. I'm telling you, that's
It
the
is.
action.
Let's get down there. We'll flick through some guys here until we get to the action.
Yeah, sometimes teams do like to save those solo flags for last because they're so easy to capture.
Right.
So they want to go for that last flag first, and then just run and grab the
And this
two-side
last
flags.
flag is one of the two-person flags?
Yeah, it's a two-person flag, and it's planted right in the safe zone of the other team.
And this is so rough. There's one corner right here. If anybody's watching, I mean, you can see this shot right here. It's just like grenades flying in from
this
both
is where the
sides.
whole map turns, and you know the enemy's on the other side, and you know he's waiting for you, but you just have to decide whether you're going in that building or running around or throwing out a smoke grenade or what.
I just got a message passed to me. Our good man Adam, who's handling some of the adminning and some other of the behind-the-scenes action, wants to give a shout-out to the folks in the chat, specifically P. Killer Max and Xeon V6.
Oh, we're handing out shout-outs. So
Shout-outs.
this early, we're handing out the shout-outs?
Adam passed me the note. I gotta go
You
with it.
got to do it.
Yeah,
You just
totally.
got to read what's on the paper.
That's right.
That's cool.
Now here's a flag just sitting here.
This is the one that's being taken right now, and the allies have taken.
Oh, lost it that quick. Now, did that central fountain flags change right there back because they didn't successfully
They were
capture
about
it?
to capture it, and then one of the guys there got killed, or two of them got killed, or, some Wehrmacht soldiers decided to show up.
So why don't they just bust out in that tank that I just saw down the alley there?
That is just for
That's
decoration.
just for
Actually,
show.
it's there to
Window
block
dressing
off
only.
that tunnel, so you can't.
You can't use
see
that
the map's
anymore than you
not-
can use like
yeah.
the flower pots that I'm also seeing.
You should look into some
Some Battlefield.
You're thinking of
Yeah.
Battlefield, or I believe Call of Duty has some vehicles in it too.
Brothers in Arms. You can ride on the back of it.
Once again, we are down to one last flag, yet there are like 6 U.S. Army guys right around it. That flag's not going anywhere.
I would have to say that the U.S. Army team will have to really try to capture at least one round, because with the flag point deficit they're in, they're going to
Which
have
is
to.
46-8.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
some serious business.
on the same note, they're going to be the Axis in the next map.
That's true.
So they're going to be putting the other team in this position, and if they can capitalize on that, then
That is some mean strategy right there. All you got to do is win by 1, right?
That's crazy. And now for the folks that don't know, if we get down, so let's say one side, let's say the Wehrmacht wins this match, and then we go for a 3-minute warm-up and we come back into the second match. If the Wehrmacht wins, then of course they win. But if the other team manages to get some points on there, the tiebreaker is those win points, right?
yeah, it's all cumulative. If the win points are tied, then these flag capture points are what's going to determine the game.
So, like, technically speaking, the way these guys are playing, we could end up with a 1 win point to 0 score here for all the marbles.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
Well, this
Really?
is still the first. This is still the first round.
Right.
So
I mean,
actually,
yeah, we obviously have
yeah.
round 2 to go, but I mean, if
One of the previous rounds though was really close. It was like this, and except that the Axis had 1 point already, and the Allies with like 20 seconds left or something, they somehow took over all 5 flags and gained their single point in the last 5 seconds.
Well, I think the
So
U.S.
they
Army
tied it
better
up.
hope for something, because I think I just saw the admin say that we're down to 1 minute.
already,
That's what. Can you believe it? Time flies when you're having fun, huh?
totally. Let's see if anyone decides to make any sort of a run here. Like, if right now, I think both these teams, they just got to lock it down
Oh.
and
Wow.
oh wow,
Wow.
Yeah.
that was awesome. Oh, we're both watching the same guy right there. Yeah, I should have had the first person look, so we could have seen it from the eyes of the soldier getting flown 50 feet in the air. But yeah, if there's less than a minute, you really just got to lock it down. Don't do anything stupid.
Oh, the Axis are pushing here.
Yeah, they are. It seemed like that came from the fact that the U.S. was trying to make a push of their own for a half a second and just seemed to all get taken out.
And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to be honest, I don't think that 2 Wehrmacht guys are going to make it down that, and they're
is.
around. Let's
That's
see,
the
here are your
first round.
final numbers. 54-8 on the mystical point scale in the favor of the Wehrmacht. Kills, 205 for the Wehrmacht, 177 for the U.S. Army. Man,
That's crazy.
That's a lot of death.
That's some definite kills right there.
Those are the good games though. 0-0.
And it's funny though, because look at the U.S. team. You look at their kill to death ratio. It's 177 for their kills, 210 for their deaths. So it's like, I don't care any which way you cut it. I'm looking at this. Maybe the advantage will be the difference of the map. I don't know. But just looking at this, 205 for the Wehrmacht in the kill zone, and then you got the deaths at 133. That's the math right there. Those guys are doing better.
So the service change level right there, I was actually just looking at the positions. It looked like the U.S. Army didn't have any machine gunners. Stanley, is that just a personal preference thing? Or?
I think they probably did have at least one machine gunner, I would say, because if you're defending that last flag, there are some pretty good spots to watch over that last flag.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they had one, which might have been why the Axis side couldn't take it so easily.
Cool. And we're going to start joining the spectators here. While there's another warm up for 3 minutes here.
Yeah, it's partially a warm up and it's partially to let the players get on their appropriate teams. We don't want to start the match off right away. We want to make sure they're all on the right team.
Are these guys communicating with each other?
There is voice chat built into all the source games, and they're allowed to use that. They can also use the text chat to talk to their teammates, and beyond that, unless they're in the same room together or something.
Got you. Which they might be.
Oh, yeah, they might be.
Especially if one of these teams is a clan, maybe they have a really nice garage like Ryan has, bringing all the computers with a hub. Fire it up, right?
Yeah,
Used to do
totally.
that all the time.
I mean, it was like that was my Friday night and Saturday and Sunday sometimes. Like, basically, we would do it until 4 in the morning and then, sleep for a few hours, and then about noon, all get back together again. It was kind of crazy.
Now, I would ask this question all the time during the Unreal Tournament. I'm going to ask it again. During the warm-up mode, are you just messing around? Are you actually testing out some strategy, feeling out the other team?
It depends. If the other team's messing around, you're not gonna learn anything about the other team.
Right.
And none of the scores are being counted. So you kind of are just messing around. People might run around with shovels, toss around a lot of grenades.
Not that I want to encourage such things, but I think I saw, is it called the spray? I think I saw someone throw one up during the previous warm-ups before we were live. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
A little spray and pray.
The people made like Homer Famous?
Stoic, Soviet, O'Malley, Nintendo Dude. We wanted to give a big shout out to those guys. They're in the chat right now. Also, a big call in chat for button mashing.
Button mashing.
Button
People want the
mashing.
button mashing?
Yeah.
They're going to have to come to game.
Game. You're going to be doing it. Speaking of game, we have this warm-up thing. Should we give away some passes?
That's what I wanted you to do. That's why I said it.
We have
Excellent.
maybe
I'm glad you did.
1 or 2 minutes left.
How many should I do? We did 5 on the spot yesterday.
We did? Just
Yes.
do 5 more.
Excellent.
Stanley, you guys have a new email address for just such a competition, don't you? You do, and I don't know it either. Which is why I asked you.
I don't. We can have it passed to us.
Maybe with our next shout out, we'll be handed that email address, and then we will give away some passes to game.
I have my own email address.
No, this is like set up for
really?
just such a thing.
That's crazy.
It's close. I think I know what it is,
Yeah?
but I'm not going to guess because I'll be wrong by a letter, and then Hank will be really upset at me.
Okay. They're gonna bring it
we'll
over.
wait. Exactly.
In the meantime, we also have the Day of Defeat posters.
We do have some Day of Defeat posters as well.
They're going to be packaged with the game posters.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, we have game. All of those things as well.
Yeah, well, they're gonna those two. That's one bundle. They're all gonna be sent together.
Oh, that's nice. Sniper view up here. Obviously, it is the Source engine, but you can see that people sometimes take advantage. They do a little bit of a lean. That guy was like crouched on the roof, and he was only like his knees were touching, but and then he just moved that inch too far.
Oh, I think the game just started.
And it just started. Official match underway.
match.
Thanks to you, Min.
And the email address that
I was right.
It's gameadmin@gamespot.com. That's GAME admin at gamespot.com. That's the email address that you should send your answers.
Tell us who had the most kills in the first round, which team. First 5 people to do that who will be in the San Francisco area December 2nd through the 4th. Give us your full name and mailing address and your date of birth. Actually, we need that as well.
Yes.
And then we will send you a free pass to game. You can come hang out with us. It'll be fun.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And then you can try to challenge me at Counter-Strike Live.
That's right.
Yes.
All right, Stanley. Here it is once again. The fountain flag captured by the Wehrmacht.
Which was the Allied team last time.
Exactly. And all eyes once again turn to Grenade Alley. Did you call it that? Is that just a name that is out there?
It is called that in some circles because it is filled with grenades at certain points in the game.
I'm seeing some repetitive strategy here. Once again, we have a machine gunner up on that balcony.
Yeah, that's actually guarding the 4th flag.
So the fact that they're the Wehrmacht now, and when they were the US Army, they did not have a machine gunner.
They're going to take up that same strategy, holding the courtyard, pinning down the Allied team. The advantage to the Allied team, however, is it's easier to sneak up to the other side because the Allies will be so focused in the courtyard.
Got you.
That there are 2 different ways. There are actually 3 ways to get up the map. There's through the middle courtyard, and then the buildings on both sides both have tunnels and rooms inside them that you can go into.
Oh.
So, yeah, there's 3 ways to get up the map. They're all very intricate, where you can hide in the shadows, kill someone who's coming around you. And you can actually, where this guy is camping right now, on the Axis side,
Yeah.
an allied person can come up behind him if he's good enough and stab him in the back.
And stab, straight up stab.
Well, you know, they might use a shovel or something.
Oh, okay. You can stab someone with a shovel in this game.
They call it a spade.
I really got to start playing this game so I can stab some dudes with spades. That sounds pretty nice.
I've been watching Johnny Wad sitting up here with this this machine gun, and he's pretty good. He's keeping an eye on his guys down there when they try to make their run, and he's keeping it locked down anytime he sees an enemy running through the streets there. And it's funny because you can see that they know he's shooting from that direction, so every once in a while they'll throw a grenade toward his way. I don't think that some of those guys know that he's actually up there on that balcony, though.
They might. It's a popular spot. Some of the people who know the map well probably know he's up there. That's the thing about knowing the map so well. If you do know the map well, you can get killed, you know, at some point in the map, and based on where you were and based on who has the what flags, you probably have a pretty good idea of where the person was who shot you.
We should jump right down to Grenade Alley if we can, because it is once again the only flag that the Wehrmacht do not have.
But there it goes.
And it just changes that easily.
Yeah, like I said, the second and fourth flags are really easy to retake.
Let's look at our kills right now. We should find Orbital 1014 and follow him around because he is racking up the kill. I'm looking
dominating?
for him. I'll find him. I'm going to probably drive everyone crazy by switching the camera so quickly, but
Who are you going with again?
I'm looking for Orbital 1014.
Orbital 1014.
Do you already have him? I'll race you.
I
got him.
Oh, you got him?
All right, sweet. My man Orbital has 11 kills right now. Gorillas
And
02
he's not
on the Army
he's
has
not
9.
a machine gunner or a sniper either. He's
I'll
actually running in
I'll go
there.
for the gorillas.
He's actually he's a support. And you say, is that rare for someone in that position to have so many kills? Or
How many deaths does he have?
he just got one more. He has 4.
Okay, well that's still a pretty good ratio for someone who's running into the opposing territory.
Got you.
Like you would expect snipers and machine gunners to have 10 to 3, 10 to 2 kill ratios.
Now I see gorilla. He's doing a lot. He seems to be laying down quite a bit. How much does that come into play? Is that only for the snipers? Is that for everybody? I mean,
Yeah. What do you mean?
I mean, is it effective pretty much with any weapon in the game, or is it?
Oh, to lie prone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps. There's a wandering for the crosshair at any time you stand still. Lying prone or crouching does reduce that and improve your aim. It's especially better for machine gunners and for snipers.
Oh, brutal.
Now-
The U.S. Army, for the first time, by the way, in this round, has the flag at numbers advantage. And see, I should really just stop saying things because whenever I do,
It changes.
it just they got it back, but it was about to change.
So it appears that the map is the difference then, huh?
Apparently. And there you go. U.S. Army now has the 3 flags, and
But
the
they
attention
need to
turns
take
uphill.
that middle one. If they don't take that middle one, then
It doesn't matter.
that fourth flag can be taken back pretty easily.
Ah.
Yeah,
So-
there-
Look,
there
and there
it
you go. Simultaneously, Wehrmacht
got
taking
both.
2 flags back. Stanley, you promised me team points in this matchup.
What are the team points now?
0-0.
No, the
The win points. I'm
yeah.
sorry. Team points
No,
right
yeah.
now. By the way, Wehrmacht 15-2. What was they were down like 54-8 last time? Is that what it was? Something high like that. They have a long way to
Something
go
like that, yeah.
if they want to make up that deficit in the tiebreaker.
In the crazy, unreal, let's put aside reality for a second. Mm-hmm. Let's say somehow those scores match up in the second round.
Yep.
Do we go to like some sudden death overtime or something?
They go to kills.
We're
then.
gonna based
Yeah.
on kills.
Gotcha.
And they really shouldn't be tied after that.
Yeah,
'cause if they are,
I doubt they'll be
it's
tied by
amazing.
then.
And Stanley said he'll take everyone out to dinner if that happens, I think. Right, Stanley?
You know.
I could go for some ribs, Stanley. But right now, 16-2. The points add up really quickly when you have
when you have that middle flag.
that middle flag. Is that really like the only one you get points for? It seems like?
I believe you get
one more
points.
point. Bam.
I believe you get points for holding any flag that you didn't start with. I think that's how it works.
Okay.
So that middle flag you didn't start out with, that's also the easiest to hold once you get
Mm-hmm.
it. And then if you have that fourth flag, that counts, and then the last flag
Ooh.
counts also.
Trouble.
Little mutual kill right there almost.
It's funny because those guys just go Man,
This
they're
is
like-
this is the craziest spot in the game, I would say, in the map. This little turn right here.
That little turn, I'll get back down there.
But
watching.
it's not a complete overkill there because the allies can run into the building. They can smoke the area and run through. They can find a weak weak spot between where the axes are set up, so it's not perfect.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think if this trend holds the way this match is looking right now, that I don't think the Wehrmacht can make up that deficit in the team points that they found
Well,
themselves
I
in
think
after that first match.
we probably have like 13 minutes left or something.
We do
like
have a
that.
long way to go, but they're only up 15 right now, and they were down like almost. I wish I knew the official number. I think they were down like 40 almost.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
Yeah, the last team did hold all 4 flags pretty often. In this one, they're holding just those 3.
Just the 3.
But if they can just score 1 win, that
Obviously.
that pretty much solidifies it for them, because it doesn't look like the Allied team is going to be able to.
I'm
push
going to be
back
honest with you
up.
right now, I'm looking at this map, and there are very few people down in Grenade Alley.
They're moving.
I'm
they're
not,
moving up?
I'm not
Oh,
giving out intelligence or anything, but
And that's one thing we should actually probably say is for anybody that's watching this thinking, oh man, I want to get on the next day to feed or a Counter-Strike tournament or whatever. And because I know what we could do, we could have one window open with the webcast, we could have the game going, and we could totally know where everybody's at. The secret that I'll tell you right now that'll dash all those hopes and dreams is that we were on a slight delay, so
Yep.
if you were doing that, it wouldn't work for you.
yeah.
Just trying to keep it fair,
And Sam, although we do see some campers around here, no one, I think, is really camping as long as our delay is.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. It's best in this game. It's best not to camp too long in one spot, because the longer you camp somewhere, the more predictable you're going to be, and someone's going to find their way to you and take you out.
And there
And
he
wow,
goes.
they were pretty deep in there.
And now maybe they are listening, because now they're all of a sudden like 6 dudes down there.
You guys got the delay going, right?
Yeah. We got the delay going.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a couple minutes since after I said it.
Totally.
Yeah, maybe I should start like spreading misinformation that way.
There you go.
That'd be pretty good. No, I wouldn't do that.
How are we doing on the time, you guys? How far are we into the match? How much
I
longer
think
we
we got to be hitting the halfway point.
I would think so. Where are we at on that?
22-4 right now is the team point. Right, Stanley? That's my vocab. Team point versus win point.
We're calling it team capture points.
All right, team capture points. And for the first time in a long time, the Wehrmacht have 4 flags. Is there any action going on down here on the last flag?
It definitely looks like it. They have people set up in machine guns and
Oh. Someone, whoever I was following, did
Yeah.
not make it. Uh-oh. Oh, didn't happen. Gotta stay on your feet, soldier. Stay on the feet.
Oh, there it goes. Oh, there's still one there.
There's still one guy there?
He's
That's
down
trouble.
now.
No, now there's 7 dudes there again. It's not happening. That was probably the.
No, here it comes. They're holding it.
How can you tell when it officially counts as holding it?
The Axis are holding the battle around that flag. So
So the big star that just popped up there and the kills, that means he clubbed him to death? Was that what that is?
it looks that way, yeah.
Oh, did he spade him?
Dude, he jacked
You
him.
can. I think
awesome.
there's
Missed it.
like you can if you alt fire with some weapons, you can like punch someone or hit them with the butt of your rifle.
Nice.
It was only a bummer that he got killed like the second he did it, but
I think, Stanley, by the way, you are correct in your point assumption. It is how many flags that you hold that you do not start with, because now the Wehrmacht are racking up 3 points every time now
Yep.
because they have that fountain and they have the other. Is that how it works?
Yeah, I think so, because you're not going to be getting points for the flags that you're supposed to have.
Right. Or maybe they get 1. I'm not sure, because they were just getting 3 points for
It's
4
probably
flags.
2 points for the middle flag.
There you go.
1
And they
point
just
for
scored
the-
another 3 right there. They're racking them up now. Now it's 34-4 in those team points.
we should give a shout out to all of our friends across the seas for staying up real late to catch this tournament with us. Thanks for-
Really?
Yeah, totally.
We're bringing in the. That's cool.
We are huge in Europe, my friend.
Oh, I know. Scandinavia loves GameSpot Live.
That's right.
And we appreciate it. Someday we'll do a live show there.
I'd
They
love
make
to.
games out there, don't they?
They totally do.
Yeah.
We have like gaming shows and stuff. We should totally go out there.
Yeah, I own mine.
Yeah.
That's where my ancestors hail from.
Yeah, I think-
Norway.
I got some folks out of Scotland.
There you go. Those are. I think so. Yeah, someone's there. And there's that crazy game where that dude bought that $100,000 space station. You didn't hear about that?
No.
I'll talk about it after
All
the
right.
show. But right now,
How are we doing on the score count?
the score count. We got 37-4, and the U.S. Army just got that second flag back finally. So the Wehrmacht, I think, are only going to be going back to getting 1 or maybe 2 points. Uh-oh, and the fountain almost changed hands right there.
Someone's at the fountain. It looks like they're fighting over the fountain right now.
Let's get in there.
I love when these guys just lay down suppressing fire with that machine gun.
Yeah, he's actually, this guy is watching over that fourth flag. But
He's keeping those guys off
he's-
that balcony, right?
I believe this is the fourth flag. He's firing into it, yeah.
Let me zoom
Oh,
over.
U.S.
Oh, look
Army
at
now
that.
has 3.
Oh, look at that. He took that guy out.
Well,
They still stand.
I'm like the touch of death in my camera, by the way. If,
Really?
if you are watching you yourself play here, if I'm switching to your view, you are about to die. Because that's just what I bring to the table.
So they just lost that flag, so.
So it's 39 for the Wehrmacht, and it's 6 for the U.S. Still
and,
no. Still
and,
no.
and the tide
This is
shifting once
getting
more.
confusing.
I don't think they can make up that point total still.
Really?
do-
Even though it's 39?
Did we get the?
Yeah. It was 10 minutes, like about 2 minutes ago. So I think
Was
we're
it
about.
really?
I think we're about 7. Yeah, 7
They
minutes.
could
that's
do
right.
it.
See, U.S. Army just got 2. Wehrmacht just got 3. They're up 34. It's gonna be close. But I'd rather not keep going to that menu and looking up these numbers if these dudes would just get it done and get
I
a
know.
capture point, team capture
I'm watching
point.
these guys. I'm thinking I should have played, man.
It's hard because that last flag where all the dudes just keep regenerating after they die. You're not getting that unless you manage to like.
You really have to coordinate to get those last flags.
How would you coordinate it, Stanley?
Personally, you'd make use of a lot of your grenades. You'd probably smoke the area, probably set up a few snipers and machine guns behind you to protect you, and then you just go for it.
I would definitely be doing some spam grenade in there. Just
But I mean,
throwing-
people carry I believe only 1 grenade and 1 smoke grenade. Some classes may carry 2 grenades and no smoke grenades. So you can only spam so much before you're out of it and you have to run in.
The Wehrmacht are definitely making a move here. They're definitely massing guys right around the corner.
And you see that little window that guy was pointing to up there? Mm-hmm. The Axis can snipe from that window on top of that last flag.
Oh, someone just got so much air. Did you see that?
Yeah. The one thing I noticed is right here at the major battle point on this alley here. Mm-hmm. It's funny because these guys are really, really smart. They've got those guys with the machine guns on either side of that corner.
Yeah.
So it's like they when they get those guys up there, they're just raining pain down.
Well, yeah, the U.S. Army side knows that if they lose this flag right here, that's pretty much the game.
It's got to be by this point because the U.S. Army, on either side, neither one has proven that they can. Oh,
Oh,
look!
wait,
Look what just happened. The Wehrmacht took the 5th flag. They
It's
do
going
not have
crazy.
the 4th.
They have to go. They have to
Oh,
run
wow.
back there and get it.
Oh man! How does that happen?
Oh, there it goes now.
Stanley, that was it.
I guess I would have to add to the strategy. You want to have 1 guy watching that 4th flag as backup.
That is the first time I think we've seen that flag change hands. Maybe the second time.
Yeah.
Oh man!
These guys are really tough.
5 minutes left in the match. 5
It's an
minutes
even.
left.
It's a good match.
It's a great match. These guys are
very
these
close.
are heavyweights going toe to toe here.
Now, originally, how many people did this come down from?
We had 8 teams, I think, 64 players.
64 players.
Yeah, and then we, simple tournament bracket, single elimination, and we got down to these 2 teams.
I'm going to check some scores right here just so we can check our points totals, which
I
are
got
looking
lots of
more and
something.
more likely that we will need. It is 49-8, so they are now up 41, which makes that deficit up, I think, that I said could not be made up. and
it.
they're doing it with not as many kills. They got 169 kills to 149 kills. It's not really a huge difference.
Remington Steele's on a roll right now. He's down to 23 with health though, so I don't know how much.
Oh, that was a nice flip right there. I'm sorry you guys missed it. I thought I got to. It was cool. Another little attack going on in Grenade Alley.
I think this guy right here, he should start moving up and helping out.
Johnny Wad.
He has a pretty good position to protect his 4th flag, but I don't think the Allies are strong enough to make their way up here.
I got you.
And
Based on
they
what's
just
been
had 2 guys hang out down there.
Oh, actually, no, he might be helping out from up there. I'm not in the game.
You don't know what the orders that we can't hear the orders that are possibly being passed back and forth.
Actually, no,
between you guys.
never mind.
There he goes.
He is doing
He's doing pretty good.
Is he? He's doing all right.
Yeah, because not only is he protecting that 4th flag, he still has access to that corner in the game where the whole battle's taking place. So this is one of the best spots in the game. It's just that
this poor guy.
yeah.
Don't jump out there,
Oh.
dude. You're all by yourself. Now, do they have access to the same map that we are cheating with? This little corner map, can they look at that while they play, or is that just for
Oh yeah,
spectators?
they can, but I don't think they can see the other side.
It only shows you.
Oh, it does. All right, so yeah, that guy totally just jumped out the window in the middle of 6 dudes. Did not work out. It's a horrors of war.
3 minutes
This
left
is
now
my
or something.
Dude,
We're right around there, and we're looking at 56 to 8, 57 to 8. I'm sounding like a fool for. I thought the U.S. Army would do better than that. For so long they were holding 2 flags, which the U.S. Army previously could not do.
and look at that. They got 4. They got 4 out of the 5 right now. Still got it.
But they have no one down there to attack the flag. Everyone's dead.
Yeah, it's like
Straight up.
Yeah, the Allies really need someone just to go,
just
run through these buildings, get behind enemy lines, and just be a real annoyance to all these Axis camping up in the
It is a
middle.
long way downhill for the Wehrmacht after they get killed.
Yeah.
This is my favorite spot in the whole game right here.
Yeah.
You were right, Stanley. This is awesome. Look at it. I just hit this camera right here, and look at those guys are just laying waste. Just let the action come to us right here.
60 to 8, by the way. Wehrmacht up by 52. I'm pretty sure. And the fountain is changing hands.
Oh,
No,
nope.
because I switched to the guy that was going to take it, thus killing him. I don't know why everyone thinks this game's so hard. All you have to do is click on a guy and he dies, right? Is that what I'm learning here?
It's usually how it goes. Although,
What?
I'm usually at the end of a sniper rifle when I'm clicking. So.
Oh, is that what you are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, I mix it up.
Sure. I haven't seen too much sniping going on here,
There
have we?
actually is a guy up in that. If you turn left, there's
here?
a guy up in that crack on your left.
Over here?
That-
yeah, there
up
he is.
there.
Now, we've been playing this game a lot. We've been watching this a lot in the third person. Is that the way to go? Or are people missing the first person? Should we be giving them...
You can. I mean, either way, it's.
I prefer the third person because it really feels like you're spectating.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, if
we were
you fly
watching.
around, you feel like you're God watching over the
Exactly.
little minions below.
You pop it out and you see Johnny.
Like, none of these guys actually get to see... I mean, you can't play the game in third person, right?
No.
Right, so they don't get to see all these guys flop around with the ragdoll and get shot like we do.
He's taking off.
Yeah, he's actually moving.
Another 3 for the Wehrmacht, 65 to 8.
He's
Johnny
on the
Wad's
move.
on the move.
Oh, you got him?
He's on. I hope he changed. Well,
There are 2 Wehrmacht guys just waiting outside that window to drop in on the flag, which is now...
he's now on top of the Allied flag.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, wow, and the fountain just changed hands. U.S. Army is making a move right now. Look at that. They just took their 4th flag.
If they can-
whoa.
We need to get uphill.
If they can make their way up there, that's
Is that
game.
5th flag? That 5th flag is for 2 people?
That 5th flag is for 2 people. It's right there. You can see it right in that screen just now. Mm-hmm. And
back there.
this is the alley that the Allies want to push up, but
And there it is.
There it is.
Unfortunately, they made their move too late. I think they finished with 4 flags, but the score, team points 65 to 9. We're going to wait for the actual tally, official
We're gonna
tally
get the
to come
official-
from our administrators to find out who won. We'll tell you who the winners were. Stanley, final thoughts.
it was very close. It was a good game. And 5 flags never all captured. That's what you'd hope for in something like this. Close game, back and forth. The Allies did seem to be at a disadvantage for most of the game. You just have to know the map really well. They made that push at the end, so it is possible. They got all 4 flags really quickly. So I don't know. It's too bad we didn't see that sooner.
I got a few words here.
Do you?
That got passed to me. A shout out to our man John Latoro who's out there watching. This says Bon Jovi. I don't know if it's the Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi's totally not watching.
I don't know. And this is Samio, and then also Canada. Hey, what's up, Canada?
Hey, sure, we'll give it to Canada. I got to say, that match, I thought there were a couple moments where I thought we were going to see something in that second round. The first round, I have to admit, I don't think I knew enough about the game to honestly know when to get excited. But there was that time where that 5th flag was captured by the Wehrmacht. I thought that was going to be it. But
Right.
as Stanley said, no one was behind for that one-person flag that can change so quickly.
Yeah.
And then right at the end there, U.S. Army made a huge push. Unfortunately, they didn't make that push like maybe 30 seconds sooner.
I thought they were, for half a second, I thought they'd be able to do it.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in making the push, so
right.
I'm the guy leading the charge. I'm usually the first one down.
Yeah.
But the other 4 guys behind me on my CS team, they usually get the job done.
All right, well, let's while we're waiting, should we give away some 10 posters?
I think we should.
All right, so using the email address, gameadmin at GameSpot.com. That is all one word, Game Admin. Stanley, I want you to tell people we need a full mailing address and their name. I need a trivia question based on what we've just seen that we can give these posters away with.
What map was just played? We mentioned the name of it at the beginning of the broadcast. So, if you know the name of the map, it's also on the tournament FAQ, I believe.
I think, all right.
I think so, yeah.
Cool. And you will win one lovely game poster, which is over my shoulder, and one Day of Defeat poster. There it is. And one Day of Defeat poster over Ryan's shoulder.
Right here.
We'll give you both of them. You can hang them up.
Yeah, I like that poster a whole lot.
That's really
It's a-
nice
it's a
poster.
nice
That's
poster.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not
Thanks
bad.
to the people at Valve who were generous to send them to us.
Cool.
I believe we have 10 of them.
Excellent.
We do?
So
Yeah.
All right, so the first 10 people to do that? And if we don't have 10, then it's the first
And
X?
don't forget your mailing address.
Yes, we totally need the mailing address. I can't stress how many times on the Spot, our Thursday live show, we give away prizes based on trivia questions, and there'll be like 10 people who are always the first 10 people to answer, but then they don't include a mailing address. So it's like, sorry, what are we going to do? Like,
There's nothing you really can do.
nothing you can do. Yeah, oh well.
But yeah, for the folks that are watching that you don't usually watch, Thursday from 4 to 5, every Thursday we do a live webcast. Although I guess technically next Thursday we won't because it's
Thanksgiving.
Turkey
From
Day.
4 to 5, I will be eating turkey.
Excellent.
Actually, I might be asleep from eating turkey by that point and watching some football, but I guess we could have a webcast of us eating turkey. But
There you go.
That would
Let's not say that because it'll give somebody an idea out there. But, aside from that, you can also catch us once again December 2nd, 3rd, and 4th here at the Moscone Center for the Games and Music Experience. There's going to be all kinds of fun stuff. Live button mashing, live tournaments at, can I say, Quake 4,
We're
right?
going to be playing Quake 4.
We're going to do some Quake 4.
Really?
Yeah, dude, there's going to be some awesome Quake 4
all you got to do is show up?
Yeah, there's going to be some Guitar Hero stuff. There's going to be some DDR stuff.
I'll throw it down on Guitar
there's
Hero.
movies. It's crazy. For 3 days.
You can hang out with us, talk to other GameSpot editors as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be slick. We're still waiting the official word, by the way. I hear there's a lot of debate over here.
It is.
It's kind of
Apparently,
crazy.
It seems like it's just a couple integers. You got to add them up.
Yeah. I think
But
there's some math
Stanley,
going on over
who do you think it is?
I would have to say the Axis team on the second round.
Yeah.
Was that, I think that was Team Alpha.
I'll say it's Team Echo, just so one of us is right.
Good
There you
call.
go.
Yeah. Johnny Wad's team.
Johnny Watson, he's throwing it
He
down.
he went for that charge at the end. That
Yeah.
was pretty brave of him. Maybe he was out of ammo or something. I don't know.
When he was already down to 25 health, so it's like
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
true.
And then it was funny because you watched him. He was down to 25 health. Got hit by a grenade. Was down to 5, and then he like jumped out of the window thinking he had enough health to manage the fall, but collapsed.
Maybe
It was
he just wanted to create a diversion before he died.
awesome. It was a valiant attempt, that's for sure.
He's just trying to make some good TV. That's
Yeah,
all.
it
Some
was
good
great.
tournament TV.
It was
yeah.
definitely good.
We definitely said the ragdoll physics definitely add to watching this
Did
game.
you guys
in
notice the
person.
bloom in there?
I'm gonna let you get the
Okay.
envelope from.
Yeah.
So,
friend Jody.
so can I get a drum roll?
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that is a tight
Close.
score
So the scores 66 to 71.
on team points because no one captured anything.
That's right.
Right.
And so 66, our runner-up team is of course Team Echo. Yeah,
Oh,
so that means our tournament winners is Team Alpha.
Stanley was right.
Yep.
Team Alpha.
That was a
Congratulations
close
to the
game.
8 members of Team Alpha. You have all just won $200 gift certificates to Newegg each. The runners up are not going home empty-handed, though, are they?
No,
No.
they're getting some stuff.
Are they?
They're getting certificates too, not as much. I think it's 50, might be 100. It says on the tournament page.
Okay.
That's
But
awesome.
no, they're getting something.
That's
cool.
awesome. That's the way it should be. The top 2 teams should always make out because they had to battle through 64 other guys. So
That's a great tournament.
that's a great tournament.
When's our next tournament, Stanley? Is it games? Is that the official
We're going to be
next
holding one at Game, and then we have one planned for December. So keep an eye out for our next tournament.
And I'm
But
loving.
we're going to be playing Quake 4 at Game, so
Yeah.
right.
show up, take on the other players, and show your stuff.
I'm loving the Friday night broadcast, by the way.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, so much better than Saturday morning.
So hopefully you like the Friday broadcast as well, and that way we can do it again on a Friday.
Are we done?
I think we're done.
Great. Congratulations to the members of Team Alpha. You did a fantastic tournament. Team Echo as well.
Yeah,
You had to
totally.
slog your way through.
This is good.
It was a good tournament.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't mind if someone had gotten a capture point.
Yeah, that'd be
Something
awesome.
for next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Stanley, any final words?
No, I loved watching it. I wish I could have been in there playing with them.
Well, see, right there. Like we say this every time, Stanley. Me and you next time. It'll be me, you, we
Yeah.
get 3 other guys.
I can handle
Let's
it.
do
I'll be
it.
right
Yeah.
here. I can switch the camera and it'll
And
be fun.
play and
Yeah.
everything?
No, you
Yeah.
guys,
Oh,
you guys
okay.
can
I got
play.
you.
I'll be the camera.
You can cast the touch of death on the other team.
Yeah, well, thank you, Stanley. Thank you for your help. I'd like
Yeah.
to thank everyone on the team who made this tournament responsible. They are
Adam,
yeah, you got
Jody.
Adam, you got Jonathan, you got all the guys in Pace First. You got
Jo-
everybody,
Jody,
yeah.
Sam,
Stanley, Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
All the combatants, our fantastic crew,
Can't
which we
forget
got
Hank.
to have because
Yeah.
it was a Friday night. You might notice there's a little less equipment up here, but that's going to do it, right?
Yeah, totally. Send us home.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on GameSpot Tournament TV. Thanks for watching.